honey, are you there? I need to talk to you about something when you get a chance. I was just thinking, would you mind divorcing Rick for me? Sorry, what is all this about? Who are you? I don't even have this number saved in my phone. What are you even talking about? My name is Helen. I'm sure you can figure out who I am just from that, though. I'm assuming that you're Helen as in Rick's ex-wife, Helen? And just why are you sending me messages like this out of the blue? Ding, ding, ding! Oh, he really can pick them smart, can he? But the thing is that I've already decided to get back with Rick. But before that can happen, I need you and him to get a divorce so that we can get married again. I see. So basically you want me out of the picture so that you can try and get back with your ex-husband. Right again! Aren't you such a clever girl? So you'll divorce him for me then, right? I can tell that you have this plan in your head, but no, absolutely not. Heck, I don't even know if you actually are Rick's ex-wife. You could just be totally lying to me. What? Don't you believe me? What would I have to gain telling you a silly little lie like that? Well, think about it. Did you really expect to just be able to message me this stuff, have me say, okay, sure, I'll divorce him, and be done with it? Besides, Rick told me the whole reason you two split up in the first place was because you cheated on him so many times. Have you talked to Rick about this at all? Does he feel the same way about you as you do him? Oh, I see what you're saying. You really do seem to be a lot more cleverer than I gave you credit for. But I'm afraid that there are many things about your husband that you still don't know. Well, has anything I've said so far been wrong? Because if not, then I have no idea where you're coming up with the thought that he would ever in a million years want to get married to you again. Here's the thing about Rick. Maybe it was just because he knew that he could never do better than me, but he actually never wanted to get divorced in spite of all my affairs. The truth is, it was his parents that made him leave me. They're both really strict people who care about their family image a lot. I guess they were worried about what kind of effect staying with me would have on them. They told Rick that he needed to leave me right away and squeeze as much alimony from me as he could in the process. Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably what I would do too. But actually, it was right around the time that I started seeing a really wealthy CEO. We were even talking about marriage while I was still with Rick. So by the time we were getting our divorce, it was perfect because I'd already found another man who could give me much more than Rick ever could. I see. I still have a lot of questions that I wanted to ask, but honestly, you more or less confirmed a lot for me right there. What are you talking about? Well, okay then, I guess I'll ask one more thing. You and Rick got divorced around 6 years ago now, right? That's right. Who knows, it might even be a little longer since then, actually. And the only reason you divorced him, according to you, is because you found someone who made more money than him. So then why, 6 years later, are you trying to get back with him? Well, that should be obvious, shouldn't it? Rick is rich now. He is. You mean in, like, life experience? Oh, please, don't play dumb with me. I already know all about it. I already knew that Rick's father started up his own business about 5 years ago, and that it was a big success. I also know that about a year ago, he got sick and had to step down as CEO. So for a bit over a year now, Rick has been running his father's company and has been super wealthy. Oh, I see. And I still don't see the point that you're trying to make here. And I'm gonna marry him again now that he's a CEO. Back then he might have been just another lowly office drone, but now he's a rich and powerful owner of a company. I can't wait to be living a life with that kind of money behind me. I mean, that's really what happened, right? Okay, so then just to confirm, you divorced and are now seeking to remarry Rick, all because of how much money he makes. I don't care how you try and twist my words. The fact is that Rick is and always has been mine. And now that I've decided it's time for me to take him back, I need you out of the way, understand? Don't worry, I'm sure you can get plenty money out of Rick in the divorce, so just go and divorce him already. Hey, Ronnie, are you there? It has been a little while since we last spoke. I wanted to see how things were going along on your end. Have you gotten the divorce yet? How long are you going to keep me waiting? I assume you checked in with Rick about it, right? So it should be all over now? I don't know why you're making this more difficult than it ought to be.
Hey there, Helen. Yes, I asked Rick. He admitted to seeing you behind my back.
Yes, see? I told you. So you two are getting a divorce then?
Well, unfortunately, it isn't quite that simple. There are a lot of complicated issues that we have to settle first before we can begin to start getting divorced in earnest.
What do you mean by that? And you better not give me any kind of lame excuse. I don't want you to keep me waiting any longer than strictly necessary.
I mean that Rick and I getting a divorce would have an impact on the company, and so we're figuring that out first. We even went to Rick's father and asked for his input into the situation.
Ooh, okay. So that's what's taking you guys so long then. I knew this would end up being a massive pain. Can you just hurry up at least?
Oh yes, I'm really so sorry that this whole thing of me getting a divorce isn't going as smoothly as you wanted it to. There's just so much to untangle before we can divorce, so you'll just have to wait.
Oh, by the way, that reminds me, you two do actually work at the same company, right?
Now who's a clever girl? I did just say that. Though I'm not sure the picture you have in your head is as accurate as you'd like it to be.
You know, Ronnie, I really don't appreciate your sarcasm.
Noted.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, if you two divorced, that'd make it pretty awkward if you stuck around there, don't you think? Of course, I don't really care about what happens to you one way or the other, but I like the idea of you being forced out of the company. Then that way, not only can I say that I've taken your husband, but I'll have also left you completely jobless. Can you imagine? That would just be crazy. I think I might have really outdone myself here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I think you might be a little mistaken there.
Whatever, I didn't ask. Just hurry up and divorce already, got it? I'll give you a week to figure it out. Hey, Ronnie, pick up the phone when I call you. Don't ignore me. Ronnie, I am serious. This isn't a joke. I can't seem to get a hold of Rick at all anymore. What is going on here? Do you know something? You have to tell me. I know that you know. Come on and tell me.
Oh, hello again, Helen. I'm really sorry for missing your calls.
As you should be. This is really serious.
I'm sure. I'm just still working and didn't have time to pick up. Now, what is this about not being able to reach Rick?
Well, that's just it. I don't know what happened. Don't tell me that you don't want him to divorce you so badly that you locked him up inside your house and are refusing to even let him go outside.
Wow, that was surprisingly spot on.
You are? Seriously?
No, of course not. But I'm pretty sure his parents told him to cut you off if he wants any chance at staying in their good graces.
Why is this becoming so much more difficult than I thought? And why won't you two just get divorced already? What were you even talking about when you said your divorce would affect the company? I mean, who are you anyways? You are probably a nobody there. Just another faceless worker that could be replaced at the snap of Rick's fingers.
Actually, I'm afraid that I'm rather irreplaceable for the time being.
Wow, you must really think that the universe revolves around you or something, huh?
Oh, by the way, Helen, you work at Sonic Industries, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. I've been there for about 6 months. But I don't see what this has to do with anything. I just want to quit so that I can marry Rick and be a trophy wife. What, did you stalk me a little or something?
So, then you know all about Titus Core.
Yeah, of course I do. You're talking about the company Rick runs after all. Your soon-to-be former company.
So then you know that Sonic and Titus, as companies, work very closely together on a lot of projects, yes?
Yeah. This is all old news to me. But if you must know, it was all thanks to my job at Sonic that I was able to visit Titus and reconnect with Rick.
Oh, is that how it happened? Well, it does certainly match up with what Rick told me about how you two met.
Well, good. So then does that mean that you'll finally get divorced? Because the faster you do, the faster the two of us will be able to marry, and then I can finally just live in the lap of luxury.
Well, even though you seem to think you know a lot about Titus, I think you might be missing some key information.
What are you talking about? Information like what?
So you really have no idea what I'm talking about?
I really don't. I think you're just a sore loser.
Okay, then. I'll ask just to make sure. Who is the current CEO of Titus?
Well, it's Rick, of course.
I see. Is that your final answer?
What do you mean? Of course it is. He's the boss. It's the only answer.
I'm afraid that is incorrect. The CEO of Titus is in fact not Rick.
What are you talking about?
And since Titus is such a close partner of Sonic's, I recommend you learn this well.
You're crazy. Of course Rick is the CEO. You don't know what you're talking about. He's the son of the company's founder. When his dad stepped down, Rick took over. It's just that simple. You just don't want to give up your place as the wife of a CEO, huh? That is why you're trying to trick me with all these lies. God, that's just pathetic. You are a sad, sad person.
Well then, I'm afraid that the two of you are probably going to get fired then.
Keep dreaming. Ronnie, what is all this? What were you trying to talk to me about yesterday? What did you mean when you said that Rick wasn't the CEO of Titus? Because I checked their website and it says that you are the CEO. What kind of trick is this, huh? Did you edit the website or something?
Nothing like that at all, Helen. The website is correct. Well, I suppose it might be more accurate to say that Rick's father is still the one pulling the strings. There was one point where his father thought of passing along the company to Rick. The only reason he stepped down in the first place was because of health issues. He decided he could no longer handle much of the day-to-day of the company. But he still shows his face and makes appearances around the office or at corporate events.
But what about Rick taking over the company?
Well, his father based Rick's succession on if he demonstrated a readiness to take over. But since Rick never did show the keen judgment that his father was looking for, he felt uncomfortable handing off the reins to him. Instead, he opened up the position to internal hires and began to work with HR to look for the most appropriate candidates. On a whim, I submitted my application, hoping that my experience would shine through, and I guess it did.
But this can't be. I mean, you're only 35 years old.
That's fair. Most people are quite surprised by my age, but I was working under Rick's father as a director at his company. But when he left and started up his own company, he reached out and asked if I'd like to get in on the ground floor of his new project. So I've been an executive for Titus ever since the very start. That's actually when I first met Rick.
I can't believe this! I never knew any of this!
Well, that isn't all. I think we should talk about the way that you were treating me earlier.
What do you mean by that? This can't be happening. This is a nightmare. How did I end up getting fired? This doesn't make any sense.
Ah, I see you had a chance to talk to your boss, yes? If it is any consolation, Rick has also been let go of his position here at Titus.
What? But why? What do we do?
Oh, please, don't act like you couldn't see this coming. You two were billing your dates as business meetings between our two companies. Rick even charged some of your hotel rooms to the company, thinking no one would bother to check.
What? He did? I had no idea.
Funny, because your president told me you were doing the exact same thing. Or you would always take business trips as an opportunity to have an all-expenses-paid luxury vacation.
No, it isn't true. That isn't how it happened.
Don't bother lying. We have all of the receipts and we have dashcam video from the company car.
So then, you have video proof.
That's right. And now let me say something to you on a more personal note. You and Rick will be hearing from my lawyers regarding your affair.
You're going to sue me?
That's right. And since both you and Rick have lost your jobs, I'm afraid that you won't be able to call on him to help you pay for what you'll owe. You'll have to pay it all yourself.
No, you can't, please. I'm begging you. You have to show me a little pity. I don't have anything left. I don't even have a job. Forgive me. You can have Rick. I don't even want him anymore.
Well, that makes two of us, Helen.
You can't be serious about this, right? Please. I didn't even do anything wrong. How can you be so cruel?
Goodbye for now. You'll be hearing from my lawyers very soon. I'm sure of it. After Rick and I divorced, he ran off to live with Helen. But when he got there, she was in bed with another man, and it became a huge fight. But even after all that drama, Rick still didn't want to let go of Helen. But Helen no longer saw any value in Rick since he was fired and promptly kicked him to the curb. In an act of revenge, Rick found the wife of the other man Helen was seeing. Once again, Helen found herself the subject of a lawsuit for ruining yet another marriage. All the while, Rick continued to try and press marriage papers onto Helen. The two of them finally got married, if for no other reason than to ease their mutual financial burdens. Now the two of them share a tiny space and work hard to earn enough money to pay back what they owe.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Yo, Sam, what's up? It's Will. I heard that you're working for the N Company. Is that true, man? Whoa, Will. No way, dude. It's been so long. I'm good, yeah. I think the last time I saw you was at that reunion 5 years ago, no? Hope you've been doing well, man. Alright. Just answer my question already, man. So, you work for the N Company? Yeah, I do work for them. I started working for them around 3 years ago. I recently got transferred to the sales department, though. So that's where I'm working now. Why do you want to know so bad? Okay, then how come I haven't seen you there? I've been there a couple of times, but I've never seen you there. Oh yeah, I forgot that you work for the E Company. We're business partners, huh? I'm actually in charge of the E Company now. They got me to be in charge like a few weeks back. We might end up working together at some point. Who knows? But that'll be fun. Oh, for real? You're really in charge? Damn. You sure that a guy like you can handle doing business with a company like ours? Yeah, why not? And anyway, the guy who was in charge quit all of a sudden, and that's why I had to fill in. I didn't have much choice. I actually went over to your company to introduce myself the other day. So it really was you, man! I thought it was you! Oh, so is that why you texted me? Nice one, man. Well, yeah, kind of. Well, that's all I wanted to ask you. Gotta go! See ya! Oh, okay. Really? Okay, well, I guess I'll see you around then, Will. Hey, Will. It's me, Sam. So, hey, listen. There's something that I want to talk to you about. It's pretty important. Hey, what is it? You mind not headlocking me every time I go to your office? I'm serious. I've had enough of you doing that every frickin' time I go there for a meeting. It's not cool, dude. There's a time and place for everything. And it's unprofessional, okay? Watch your tone, Sam. You better not be telling me what to do. I'm above you, man. You listen to me. Your company is just one of the hundreds of subcontractors that we do business with, alright? You guys won't have a business without us. You need to show me and this company some respect. And anyway, I was just being friendly. What's the big deal? What are you talking about, man? The N company and the E company are mutual business partners. Mutual. The companies are on equal terms. Neither of us are above or below one another. Okay? Actually, that's not true at all. There's a damn big difference between the two companies. And I'm the person in charge of doing business with the N company now. And I've decided that we're the superior company. Got it? You're in charge of us now? Since when? That can't be good. Yeah, I'm the one in charge now, and look at the scale and size of our companies. Our company is huge, and we have way more people working here than you. And you're still our subcontractor. We're not equal. Got it. That's not for you to decide, is it? That's all for the higher-ups and board of directors and whatnot to judge, if anything. Don't talk back to me, man! I just told you to show me some respect. Just shut the hell up. I wasn't talking back at you, Will. I was just stating facts. Look, we're both adults now. I'm not asking you to do anything difficult. But just try to act a little more professional, okay? That's all. Please. What the hell? You think you have the right to tell me crap like that? I'm not listening to what some scumbag says, okay? I'm giving you some advice before you do something really stupid. I know what you're like. You can be so damn reckless and it's really troublesome for the rest of us. You remember back in middle school when you tried to pick a fight with a pregnant teacher and you got suspended? And when you came back, you tried to set fire to our school so that all the classes would get cancelled. I'm glad the adults stopped you back then, but trust me, we were all really scared of you. You can't still be that same person from all those years ago, right? Come on, tell me you've changed. Why should I care about other people? It's not like they're more important than me, are they? I'm a natural-born leader, so everyone else just needs to shut the hell up and obey me. You might have been able to get away with that kind of attitude back in school, but that's not gonna work anymore, dude. We're both adults who work for reputable companies. We have to be professional and mature about this. We're representing our companies. It's not just about yourself now. You don't have the right to tell me what to do, Sam, so shut the hell up. My company is so much more famous and profitable, and that's all that matters. You guys are a slave to us. Would you please stop saying that? Our companies are business partners. Neither company is superior over the other. You need to remember that and act professionally whenever we do business together. You know that our companies are in the middle of a very important business deal, right? We can't make any mistakes. You be careful with your attitude, okay? Shut up! I told you not to talk to me like that! Whatever, man. Like I'm gonna listen to what you say. Clear off! Oh, that must be Sam. Here he comes! That stupid prick. He has no idea what's coming. So hey guys, listen, we're about to have a meeting with Sam. The prick who thinks he's all that. And he has this dumb business proposal for us. His company is trying to force their business proposal onto us, and that is not gonna happen. Not under my nose. I'm the leader here. I'm the boss, and I get to choose what happens to this project. What the heck is he thinking, right? You know what I think it is? He was talking bullcrap about how our companies are equal or whatever. But he's beneath us. He needs to listen to me. And if that's the case, I'm definitely not gonna let that happen. I'll make sure to show him that if there's a superior company between us, it's our company, not theirs. He needs to show me some respect and listen to me. He's trying to pull off this dumb stunt, and I ain't gonna let that happen. Watch what happens. Will, this isn't funny at all. Pick up your phone right now. Give me back my laptop. All of the slides and documents for the business proposal is in there. I need to use it for the meeting today. I can't believe that you stole my memory stick as well. Do you not realize what you're doing? Give it back, you douchebag. Well, I actually think it's hilarious. The panicked look on your face was absolutely hilarious. I just took a quick read through your business proposal, by the way. It's full of crap. Do you think you're gonna have any chance of succeeding in the presentation like that? I'll get rid of it for you. Actually, I'll destroy it right now, so there's no chance of you getting it back. You better not be serious, Will. This is no joke. Give everything back to me before things get out of hand. Oh, I'm dead serious. I don't understand why you thought it would be okay to bring a business proposal to us in the first place. We're the superior company. We don't take orders or proposals from those below us. Oh, look. I already destroyed your laptop for you. A trashy business proposal like that doesn't need to exist. Wait, what? What did you do with my laptop? The meeting is about to start soon. I don't have any more time to waste. Just give it all back. Well, it's too bad I smashed it up and threw it away. There's no way you're gonna be able to recover it. You're not gonna need the memory stick either, right? Give me a sec. I just smashed it onto the floor and it's broken into pieces now. This is a punishment for not respecting me and calling me equal to a dumb piece of crap like you. You idiot. What have you done? You're gonna buy me another laptop, man. I don't think so. Where's the proof that I broke it? Now that I'm the one in charge of doing business with the N company, I'll show you guys where you belong. Will, I've had enough of your antics. Do you realize what you just did? All I did was get rid of a crappy business proposal that means nothing to us. The higher-ups of my company won't need to waste any time reading it now. In fact, you should be thanking me for doing this. I'm teaching you a very valuable lesson in life. And show some respect to the people above you. Look, I didn't even come here to see you today. As far as I know, the person that's in charge of doing business with our company is still Harry. The reason I came today was to have a meeting with him. I don't know why you decided to put me in a headlock and steal everything. That's because you know nothing. I decided to take Harry's job from him. I'm the one in charge starting today. Well, we haven't been told anything about this. We even checked with the higher-ups of your company, and they said that Harry is still in charge of doing business with us. I'm gonna believe what they say over what you say. So you're saying that you don't believe me? Are you really sure you want to be saying that about me? That's exactly what I'm saying. In fact, I'm pretty sure I know what's happening. You probably forced Harry to give you his role. I'm guessing you just forced him into giving up like you would. You did this all just so that you could piss me off. You haven't changed at all, man, have you? You're still that arrogant brat that everyone hates. What the heck, man? I was doing Harry a favor by making his job easier. I got rid of your dumb business proposal so that he wouldn't have to waste his time reading it. If anything, I should be getting thanked for what I did. I knew this already, but you really don't think before acting, do you? What did you just say? Listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you next. The business proposal that you just destroyed was an idea that your company originally came up with. Both of our companies have been working on this proposal for a while now. What's that supposed to mean? Harry was the one that was gathering ideas from your company and summarizing them so that we could review and improve on them. After months of working on it, we finally finished and we were ready to present it at the meeting today. So what are you saying? Was this a joint project between our companies? Yes, and the higher-ups of both companies were meant to be attending this meeting today. Our bosses are all going to be at the meeting too. So this wasn't just some tiny business proposal that you came up with?
It's one of the biggest projects that the two companies have done in the past few years. If it weren't for you, the meeting between the two companies should have started by now. Do you finally understand the severity of what you've done here?
Wait, I didn't know about any of this. It's not fair.
The project files and memory stick that you destroyed can be recovered, as we have backups back at our office. But the problem is with what you just did. You acted without thinking again, and now you're going to be paying the price. It seems like the higher-ups of the E-Company are looking for you right now, and they don't seem happy about what you've done.
Oh, crap. I really didn't mean for things to get so out of hand. I was just trying to teach you a lesson. I meant well.
Well, clearly that didn't work well. You should be getting lots of calls and messages on your phone now, am I right? Are you really gonna ignore them all? That would be a very unprofessional thing to do, won't it? I'm sure they all want to talk with you.
I'll call them back later. Shoot. Damn it, man!
Just talk to us and apologize, Will. We all need you to understand just how badly you messed up. You gotta own up to it. There's really no point in delaying the inevitable. Come to the meeting room. We're all waiting for you.
Sam! I really need your help. Please, would you fix this mess? I'm in so much trouble right now.
What is it?
My uncle is furious at me. I've never seen him get this angry before in my life. I'm gonna get fired if I don't fix this.
Oh yeah, I heard that your uncle was one of the board members at the E-Company, right? Apparently you were only given the job here thanks to him. I thought it was a little strange that someone like you was working for such a prestigious and demanding company. And FYI, your uncle came up to me and apologized to me so many times for the mess that you had caused.
What? He apologized to you? Why?
He apologized in your place because you seem to be incapable of doing that yourself. You might want to start bracing yourself for what's to come, Will.
What do you mean? No way! I finally managed to get a job at the E-Company and get a stable source of income for the first time in my life. My uncle is so important to the company and everyone respects me for that too. I don't want to get fired, man.
Nobody at your company respects you. They're just scared of you. That's it. Also, none of that is gonna matter if your uncle loses his position at the company.
Wait, why would that happen? He's one of the most important people in this company.
He was saying that he feels very responsible for giving an idiot like you a job at the E-Company in the first place. He's gonna take a salary cut and a demotion as his own punishment. How honorable is that, right?
No way. Are you serious?
Also, one more thing that I should let you know about. Harry, who you've been ordering around and forcing your jobs onto him. Well, there's news for you.
What is it?
It turns out that he's the grandson of one of the board members of the E-Company.
You serious?
Yep. And that means the board members know how you've been treating him. It's not really any of my business, but let me give you a little bit of advice here. I think you should leave the company.
What? No way!
Even if you don't get fired, everyone hates you, and it's gonna be a horrible place to work for you. You understand that, right? No one is gonna be on your side. No one wants you there.
No! I am not leaving this company! Over my dead body! All I wanted to do was have an easy job where I could earn a decent amount of money. This place is perfect for me. All I did was put an idiot like you in your place. I was teaching you a lesson not to disrespect me.
Yeah, that's the problem with you. You're delusional. And you always try to justify your trashy behavior with these lame excuses. The world doesn't revolve around you. Man, you really haven't changed at all, ever since middle school. You might have gotten away with some things when you were a child, but not anymore, dude. There are consequences for your actions, and you better take it.
What's that supposed to mean, man?
I'm sorry, but I have a meeting that I need to attend now. The meeting between our two companies that got delayed because of you is gonna start soon.
I'm about to get fired and you're gonna go off to a meeting? What is wrong with you? Help me out, man. I'm just doing my job. I need to go and present this business proposal to everyone. My life is messed up and you're just gonna abandon me? You only have yourself to blame for this. Stop trying to get me involved in your mess. I have nothing else to say to you, Will. Good luck in life. God damn it! Why is this happening to me? The meeting between the two companies went very smoothly, and it looks like the proposal is gonna get accepted. Unfortunately, Will messed up again while the meeting was happening. He had been told not to come to work until a decision had been made about his future. However, he ignored that warning and came to work to propose to one of his co-workers that he had a crush on. He even bought a huge bouquet of flowers and a wedding ring with him. For some reason, he was very confident that she would say yes to him. She declined him without a second thought, and he started to go crazy. He went on a huge rampage while crying and shouting and damaged many of the company's interior. He ended up having to get escorted out by the police that were called to the scene. This led to him being fired from the E company. He tried to move back in with his parents, but they decided to cut ties with him completely after hearing what had happened. He had managed to lose his job, his family, and the woman he loved, all within the span of a few hours.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.
Hey, Emma! It's been so long. How are you doing these days? I think the last time we saw each other was at the high school graduation, so it's been like 9 years, right? I wonder if you're still living in poverty. You were like the poorest person in the entire school. Oh, also, can you hurry up and reply to my wedding invitation? I didn't know your current address, so I sent it to you via email. What's taking you so long? Oh, wait, I got it. You don't know if you can afford to actually get to the wedding venue, right? OMG, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were still so poor.
Hi, Stacy. It's been a while. I guess you haven't changed at all. You're still just as condescending and cocky as you used to be. Are you having fun making fun of me when you don't even know anything about me?
You're always fun to make fun of. And what else is there to know about you besides the fact that you're still poor as heck?
My family and I aren't as poor as you think we are, you know. I keep telling you this even during school, but you never listen to me. But then again, you were never good at listening to people. You were always so good at blabbing on about your own crap that no one cares about.
Excuse me? You think you're suddenly better than me now? And who's going to believe you when you say you're not poor when you always look like it? I'll define poor for you, okay? Your family lives in a rusty old house that's on the verge of collapsing, and it only has 3 rooms. And what's more, you guys don't even own the house. You rent it. But on the other hand, I actually own my own house, and so do my parents. They're rich, living in a huge house with 7 bedrooms, all belonging to them. And do I need to mention how my dad is also the CEO of, like, the biggest company ever? So that makes me rich and you poor as hell. Let's make that clear now, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying?
So you're judging people by the kind of house they own? And I thought I told you before about why my parents decided to rent the house instead of buying one. I guess you weren't listening then either.
Of course not. I don't listen to things that bore me to death. Anyway, I actually do remember something, like how your dad was going to inherit his parents' house or something.
Wow. So you do remember that. And yes, you're partly right. Currently, that's the house that I live in, though. Because like you said, my dad ended up inheriting another house from his parents.
But so what? Inheriting a house from a poor parent doesn't magically make them rich, does it? I know that your entire family, including your grandparents, are destitute. I wouldn't be surprised if someone in your family begged on the streets for money.
Wow. Well, I wasn't done explaining the rest of it, but this is just hopeless now. So never mind. You're never gonna believe me anyway.
Anyway, stop changing the subject and answer my question. Reply to my wedding invite, okay?
Oh yeah, I forgot that you were getting married.
So, what's your reply?
You actually sent me 2 wedding invites by mistake.
Oh, really? Well, I didn't mean to do that.
One of the invites was inviting just me, and the other was for both me and my husband.
Wait, you have a husband? This is news to me. When did you even get married?
I got married last year.
What? And how come I was never invited to your wedding?
Oh, because I just had a small wedding with just my family and close friends. I didn't invite many people.
Ah, you're really poor, so you couldn't hold a big wedding like mine. Well, I'll have you know that my wedding is going to cost around $80,000. You probably can't afford that, huh? I'm guessing that your wedding was so pathetic and that's why you didn't want to invite that many people. To save you from the embarrassment.
That wasn't the reason why I had a small wedding, actually. But what do you care?
Wait, how come your last name hasn't changed then? Or are you lying about the fact that you got married?
My last name has changed. It's just that I haven't told you about it.
Oh well, I guess I don't really care anyway.
Yes, anyway, would it be okay if I ignore the wedding invite that you sent to me specifically? My husband and I will respond to the invite that was sent to us both instead.
Sure, as long as you're coming to my wedding.
Okay, thanks. Then we'll be attending, and I'll confirm it with the invite later.
Okay, that's fine. Make sure you guys don't leave it too late. I don't want to have to remind you to RSVP again.
Yeah, we'll make sure to reply by the end of this week.
Okay, great. I look forward to seeing you at my wedding then. Have fun being poor till then. Hey, Emma. Have you arrived at the wedding venue already?
We're heading there right now. We should be there any minute now.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, there was something that I wanted to tell you. There's gonna be so much expensive food at this wedding that someone like you might never be able to eat. So please make sure that you don't get too greedy and shove everything into your mouth. Okay? This is a wedding after all. I want you to be well-mannered and respectful of others.
You don't have to worry about that. One of my teachers actually taught table manners before. I'll make good use of that today and apply everything I learned.
Did you just say a teacher taught you table manners? You don't need to lie to me, Emma. There's no way a poor person like you can afford to take dining etiquette classes.
Do we really have to have this conversation again? It's not like I'm super rich, but I get by just fine. No offense to poor people, but I'm not poor.
Yeah, whatever. Like, I'm gonna believe that. Oh yeah, one more thing that I needed to tell you. I'm going to be getting a lot of nice and expensive wedding gifts that you can't afford. But you don't need to worry. I don't expect a poor person like you to get me something so expensive. Okay? You can just grab me something from the dollar store because that's probably all you can afford.
Wow. Okay then. Say what you want.
I mean it. You really don't need to worry about that. I'll have plenty of other nice gifts anyway. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you this, but my husband is also really rich. So he can always get me gifts and whatnot. And you're going to witness 2 really wealthy people tie the knot today.
Well, that's very impressive, Stacy. Good for you.
Don't get too jealous here, okay? I hope you enjoy it, though.
Oh, hey. We just arrived at the parking lot of the wedding venue. We're gonna park and start heading over soon.
Oh, so you guys finally arrived. I hope you guys have a great time. I'll see you later then.
Stacy, do you have a second? Me and my husband just arrived at our seats and we're a little puzzled. Are you sure that this isn't a mistake?
Oh, so you guys noticed? Those are some great seats I saved for you guys.
We're the only ones without a table. Also, our chairs are facing towards the wall. I can see some empty seats at the tables, so can we move there?
Nope. You guys are not allowed to move from where you are. I chose those seats especially for you. I thought that those seats were perfect for poor people like you. You guys aren't like the other rich guests here. I was kind enough to split you guys off from the rest of the guests. Oh, but you don't need to worry. I've made sure that you guys can eat the course meal just like everyone else. You guys can sit on the floor and eat or whatever. You should be grateful that I decided to let you guys eat the same meal as everyone else. I was considering giving you guys just a bag of chips, but I thought that was taking things a little too far.
I think that you're misunderstanding something, Stacy, so let me tell you this. We got you a really nice wedding gift that cost a decent amount of money. I'm pretty confident that it's actually one of the most expensive gifts that you're going to be receiving today.
But wouldn't that be like all of your life savings?
I told you that I'm not that poor. I've never really had a problem with money before.
Really now? No need to lie, Emma.
Stacy, does the groom know about the seats that you've assigned to me and my husband?
Not at all. Why would he care about where you guys sit? I was the one that invited you, so I should be able to decide where you guys sit. He has nothing to do with this.
Wow. You're still misunderstood. We were both invited by the groom. Not you.
What? Huh?
Don't act like you don't know.
What do you mean? I know what?
Did you even check your own guest list? This is your own wedding, right? You chose the seating arrangements, right?
Yeah, and I thought you guys were on my guest list, not his.
I told you that I received 2 wedding invites and that I would respond to the one that was sent to my husband and me. I got rid of the invite that you sent me so it wouldn't cause any confusion.
So that means that my husband was the one that invited you guys?
If it were just myself, I would just leave the wedding without causing any fuss. I don't appreciate being treated like an outcast after all. It's just that I didn't attend alone today, did I? I came with my husband. And I think you've really messed up big time.
How have I messed up? All I did was put you guys in some seats that suited poor people that shouldn't even be at this wedding.
Do you not realize how me and my husband know your husband? It seems like you have no idea what's happening here. At all.
Wait, I thought that my husband just knew your husband from work or something. They're just co-workers, right? At least that's what it says on the guests list. You and your husband's name are under the work people.
Yeah, I guess that we know him through work. But I'd like to think that we're more than that, Stacy. I am the CEO of the company that your husband works for.
What? Is this a joke? Did you just say that you're the CEO? No way. I call bluff.
Well, it's not. My grandpa established the company, and my dad was the CEO until he stepped down last year. I took over as the CEO late last year. My husband is currently the vice president of the company, making him the second most important person in the company.
There's no way I'm believing that. You're lying to me. You liar. This is why I hate poor people. The company that my husband works for is one of the largest tech companies in the country. It's absolutely huge. It's just not possible that you're the CEO. Your entire family is poor. This is all just a lie. It's impossible. Your dad was just a regular factory worker when we were in school.
I never said that at all. That was just a story that you made up about me to make me look poor. My dad was already the CEO of the company at the time.
What? Then why didn't you tell me?
Honestly, I didn't see the point in trying to correct you. You never would have believed me anyway. At the time, we were living in that rental property because my dad was going to inherit his parents' house from them.
OMG. Right. So?
Actually, your parents knew about this the entire time. I guess nobody chose to explain it to you because you were so fixated on making me and my family poor. I got tired of you constantly calling me names, and that's why I tried to distance myself from you as much as I could. I also didn't really want to go around telling everyone about what my dad did. It would be lame trying to boast about something that my parents were doing.
So you guys aren't poor at all?
For the 100th time! No, we're not! Also, there's one more important thing that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Did you know that my company is the most important business partner for your dad's company?
Wait, really?
Yes. I heard that your husband has already assigned us front row seats to the wedding.
He did? So where are you guys sitting now?
At the table across yours, of course.
What? No way!
Yes, Way. If we had sat in those seats you gave us, you would have disrespected both your husband's boss and your dad's most important business partner. That wouldn't have ended well, would it?
Oh, crap. Well, they're not gonna find out about this, okay?
Well, I guess I'll pass you over to your dad and husband now. They have something they want to talk to you about.
Wait, they know about this already? Please tell me they don't. They can't know about this. Look, I can fix this for you.
It's too late. They already know. We went to see your husband right away to give him the wedding gifts. That's when we realized that we had been placed at those seats right by the wall. So he kindly rearranged them for us.
Oh, God. What was his reaction like? Did he seem angry?
You can check with him yourself. We're going to be leaving now.
What? Did you just say you're going home? Don't do that! If you guys leave after what happened, I'm gonna be in even more trouble. I had no idea that the two of you were such important people. You guys have to stay no matter what.
It looks like the wedding might not even happen now. They seem to be talking about canceling the wedding entirely.
They're gonna cancel the wedding? No! I've been looking forward to this day for so long now. This was the luxurious wedding that I dreamed of having for so long.
Well, you're gonna have to talk with your family and your husband. We're gonna get going now. Well, I hope that things have cleared up on my end, and for you, too. Goodbye, Stacy.
Wait, so you're seriously gonna leave? Please don't. I'm begging for you to stay. Emma, please help me out. I really have no idea what to do to fix this. I decided to call the wedding off. Both my parents were so mad at me and they kicked me out of the house. They're not even talking to me, actually. They're not responding to any of my text messages or calls. They're also charging me for the entire fee of the wedding. Apparently, it was my fault that the wedding had to get canceled, so I have to be the one to pay for it all. And that's close to $80,000. My dad isn't gonna help me pay for it either. I'm the daughter of a rich CEO, but I'll be so broke. It's just not fair at all. This only happened because I didn't know who you were or what you did. I can understand them being mad at me, but I think this is way too much. Why does my wedding have to get canceled? Everyone's overreacting to this. This is your fault. You guys made me think that you were poor. And it's your family's fault for living in that old rental property. That made me think you guys were poor to begin with. You have to help me out of this mess. Emma, what the hell? Don't ignore me like this. I know that you're there, Emma. Why won't you reply to me? Do you not realize the situation I'm in? My life is ruined.
I was eating dinner while I suddenly started to get bombarded with these messages from Stacy. It was really annoying, so I decided to block and delete her phone number on the spot. She doesn't know the address to my new house, so I shouldn't worry about her suddenly randomly showing up at my doorstep. The only thing I'm worried about is her approaching me at work, though, since she knows where it is. Who knows what that crazy woman might do? And what have you? I was right. A few weeks later, she really did show up at work. I had already prepared for this, so I took her into one of the small meeting rooms and offered her coffee and some snacks. Meanwhile, I called her parents to let them know what was happening, and they came over right away and dragged her outside. She was always scared of her parents, so that worked out pretty well for me. Since she had no means of getting the money to pay for the money she owed, she had to get a real job. I heard that she is currently working for the first time in her life at a really boring job. She better work hard if she owes $80,000 for calling off her own wedding, right? Poor her. She was so close to making her dream come true. If only she hadn't judged people by its cover. Let's hope she learns not to, ever again. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like the video and leave a comment. See you in the next one.
Hey, is this Jenna Smith?
Huh? Ah, this must be Beth. Good job today at work.
I didn't realize that you'd end up coming to work with me at the same company and same department after switching jobs. This must be a part of my destiny. But why the hell is this really happening?
I'm sorry, but what exactly do you mean by that? We only met each other yesterday, so...
Well, my ex-husband is now currently your husband. So I was just wondering why his new and so-called improved wife has to start working in the same department as me.
What?
I had heard about him getting married again. And when I heard that it was you, I knew I needed to come talk to you. This is quite the unwanted coincidence, huh?
He told me about his first wife being rather... Well, it's good to know that you were his first, and that you'll be working with me from now on. Well, if you're still interested in talking about him and me, then that'll have to wait a bit.
What?
We shouldn't be talking like this outside of work. We both know that we need to separate our private lives from our work. So, can we talk more about this stuff tomorrow? Or better yet, can we just forget about this all?
Huh? That's all you have to say to me?
Is there something else you really need to tell me?
No, not really. I just thought you'd be much more upset about this, like I am.
I'm not that upset by you being his ex, but more just concerned by the fact that you contacted me to talk about that sort of thing right now. But anyway, my dinner is about to be finished, so I'm going to have to go. See you later. David, are you able to talk right now?
Oh, hey, Jenna. I'm riding on the bus right now coming home, so I have a little time.
I hope you had a good day at work today. I know that recently things have been a bit stressful there and all.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm handling myself pretty well with the new company changes. So, what's going on? Do you need me to pick anything up on the way home?
No, thanks. However, I do have something I need to let you know about right away.
Okay, what's up?
Well, the company I just moved into yesterday. It seems that your ex-wife is also working there. And not only that, but she has been working in the department that I'll be working in from now on.
What? Beth was really there? Are you sure it wasn't someone with the same name?
Well, she apparently heard about me when I first entered the company. And after my first day at work, she texted me letting me know who she was.
She really went ahead and texted you like that out of nowhere. And it wasn't even for something work-related?
I mean, we are going to be working in the same department, so at some point we were going to need to confront each other. But I only learned that she is your ex when she told me. I would have never known that she was the one that you had all those crazy stories about.
Are you going to be okay with this? Having to work in the same company, let alone same department as your husband's ex-wife, has to be pretty difficult for you, right?
Well, I suppose it could become that way. But I've only just started here, so I want to give it a little longer. She hasn't really given me any reason to be concerned either yet. And it's been over 3.5 years now since the two of you divorced, right? I think we all know that some time has passed now, and she probably doesn't really care about you and I anymore.
If you say so. Just make sure not to let her try anything with you, okay? If anything starts to happen between you two, please tell me right away.
Thank you.
By the way, I'll be getting to my stop here soon. So, I'll see you in another 5 minutes or so.
All right. Be careful on your walk home.
Jenna, can you come over to my cubicle and help me get my work done? I have a ton of paperwork that needs to be filled in, but I don't think my brain can take any more today.
Again?
What? What do you mean by again? You always seem to have a lot of free time over there, so I thought I'd help you find some work in getting mine done for me. I would have thought that my kindness had worn off on you by now, and you'd be right on top of the work I ask you to do.
But giving me work to do isn't your job. That would be our manager's job. And even then, you have to do your own work or the manager will get upset. He already had a chat with me earlier this week about how much I helped you a few days ago. If you can't get your work done on your own, then that may become leftover work that needs to get done tomorrow. And I'm sure our manager wouldn't take too kindly to that. If you're not going to be able to handle your own work, then maybe someone else needs to step in and take your place.
Man, you are one serious little girl, huh? I suppose that guy's taste in women really did change. I know for a fact that he used to love laid-back and sexy women like me.
My husband has nothing to do with our work at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to start heading home now.
Huh? What about my work?
Once you've managed to finish your work, you'll be able to head home, right? That's pretty much how all office jobs go, right? I could have sworn that you've been working for this company a lot longer than me, so shouldn't I be the one asking you to help me?
But I have plans for a date in an hour.
And I have plans for dinner with my husband soon as well.
Huh?
I'll be leaving now. I don't really have the time to sit around talking with you about how to do your job.
Have you just given up then? I can tell that you're lying to me right now about going out to dinner with that man of yours. Well, whatever. I'll just have another one of my coworkers do my work for me.
Jenna, I'm going to be getting home from work a little late tonight.
What happened?
Well, actually, I was asked to go overseas to Germany for work. I'll be leaving next Monday and won't be back for a week.
Oh? That's pretty rare, isn't it?
Well, I need to go over and help set up a new facility over there, and I'm the only one in my department that has a good understanding of the facility's systems. So, I'll be the one to make everything work for the German site when I get there.
I see. That seems pretty exciting then.
It sure does seem fun, but also a little stressful. Either way, it'll be my first time going to Germany, and I'll make sure to bring you some stuff from there. But as for today, I'm working with one of my other coworkers to start getting things prepared and packed up before we leave on the trip. That's why I'll end up being late tonight. So, if you don't mind eating before me, then go right ahead.
All right. Understood. Beth? By any chance, is today your day off? Oh, look who it is! Yeah, I took the day off today. From today, I'll be going on vacation with my boyfriend for 1 week.
Well, both our manager and the director are pissed off right now. They said they heard nothing from you about going on vacation for a week. Usually they'd allow you to take a week off if you asked for it, but leaving without saying anything is not good for anyone.
I must have forgotten to do that. I'm already at the airport now, so please let them know I'll be gone out of the US for a week.
Huh? No way am I doing that for you. How about you tell them yourself? You're an adult now. You can't even do the basics.
Hey, is there a chance that you still haven't noticed anything yet?
What are you on about?
It's something that'll blow your pants off, so I'll wait until I'm back to tell you. I'm going to turn off my phone now, okay?
Beth!
Jenna, how's it going? I'm still on vacation right now with my man, and we are both going crazy over each other.
Beth? Hey, if you keep this up, you're going to get yourself fired.
Well, that doesn't really bother me.
What?
I'm not going to need that job soon anyway.
Are you planning to get married to your boyfriend here soon then?
You could say that. I'm tired of waiting to tell you the big news, so I'll let you know now. That boyfriend of mine. Do you know who he is?
I don't really care, actually.
You'll start to care once you hear who he is. Actually, your husband has gone back to loving me.
Oh.
He said that after we marry, he's going to change jobs and will start bringing in a salary of around $400,000 a year. At least, that's what he told me. But I find it so amazing that just before this happened, he learned about you starting work in the same department as me. If you're planning to take him to court for a settlement or something, go right ahead. It won't hurt his wallet in the slightest. That's why I'm totally fine telling you about how I'm stealing my ex back from you and I don't care about the repercussions. Also, it all happened so fast. One day when he was walking out of your house, he ran into me. And right there he told me that he wanted to get back with me. And he started booking a hotel for us right in front of me. Hey! How does it feel knowing that your husband is going back to his ex?
Before we get to that, I have a question. Where are you guys staying right now?
Mexico! We went back to the same place he took me for our honeymoon back when we first married.
So your honeymoon was in Mexico?
I'm sure you were pretty jealous of us, right? I heard that the two of you only went out to Florida for your honeymoon, right? Stayed at Disney World or something like that?
Yeah, Disney.
You seem pretty shocked by this, you poor little girl. Well, anyway, your husband is now mine again. I'm sure you wouldn't know what to do with a husband that's going to bring in $400,000 a year.
Well, for the time being, I'm going to let the company know that you're not coming back, okay?
Yeah. Always wanting to talk about work, I see. And I heard that he left the divorce papers on the kitchen table for you to fill out. So make sure you get those handed in soon. When we get back from Mexico, I know the two of us will be itching to get married right away. See you later, Jenna.
David, can we have a quick chat, please? I know that you were asking me to tell you about anything that starts happening between me and your ex, and, well, it seems like she's starting to make things complicated.
What happened between you two?
I'll send you all the messages we have been sending back and forth to each other, and then we can talk about it all.
Alright. Wow. What is going on with all of this? Not only is there a lot of mixed messages here, but why is she saying that she is with me right now?
I know, right? What are we going to do about it?
Well, first things first. We should try and understand what all about what she said is true and what is a lie. I was the one that divorced her from back in the day. So I'll try and write up a claim that I can bring to the courthouse about her trying to harass us. You'll probably be talking to her again very soon. So when you get the chance, can you use that time to talk with her about what she is really up to, so that we can get a better grasp of the situation? That would help me with writing up this claim. I unfortunately can't really do anything to help you with her either at the moment, since I'm on the other side of the pond right now. And you're the only one that knows her new contact information, so it's only up to you.
I get it. Don't worry about me.
I'm really sorry for pushing most of the responsibility onto you, but I hope this works out for us.
Jenna! Thank you so much for getting a divorce for me. When I had gotten back to the airport and turned my phone back on, he had sent me messages saying that you had gone ahead and turned all the paperwork into the city office. And then he told me that he had already sent in our marriage papers.
What? You guys already sent those in too?
You have to work with the steel while it's still red hot. So that means that I am finally the wife of a man making $400,000.
I think that man you keep talking about isn't my husband after all.
Huh?
My husband and I have still not technically gone on our honeymoon, and we never went to Disney World together yet. And I heard that you had already sent in the divorce papers before even leaving on your trip to Mexico.
What? You guys haven't gone yet.
I think the man you have been talking about coming back to you has been Jeff, right?
That's right, but...
Well, my husband is that guy's little brother, David.
Wait, what? Huh?
The man you had first married back in the day was David, right?
Huh? What in the hell?
David told me all about this. Right after you had married David, you started to go after your then brother-in-law, Jeff, and soon started having an affair. Right after you had a divorce with David, you immediately went and married his brother, right? But after your second marriage, you didn't like the idea of going to live at their parents' house. So after 3 months, you divorced him as well. Does all of this match what happened?
Yeah. But none of that really matters now. I'll be married to a man making $400,000 a year. So it makes no difference if they're the older or younger brother.
Well, about that whole new salary deal. I think that would be Jeff's now ex-wife that is going to change jobs and start making that large amount of money.
Huh?
That ex-wife of his originally married him under the idea that he'd be making a decent paycheck as well, but when she found out the truth, she had to step up her game. She was also a little disappointed that she had to live with his family, but was able to deal with it. And actually, she already knows about how the two of you have been cheating while still married to Jeff. So she hurried up and used that moment to turn in the divorce papers, and then made sure to go out and find a really good lawyer to help her.
A lawyer?
It sounds like she's talking to a lawyer about how to sue you, so you'd better start looking for one too.
She wants a settlement? Hold on a sec. What about Jeff's salary then?
I've heard it's practically zero.
Zero?
Well, he was always treated the best by his parents, and they would allow him to mooch off of their income for a while. And the only reason that he married his ex was in the hopes that she'd care for him after they had passed away. So he's really been going for money is all.
Just money? I can't. Why didn't you tell me about all of this a lot sooner?
I didn't really have a reason to tell you about any of this, and I still don't really care to.
What?
You probably never knew about any of this, but a while back, David had cut ties with both his brother and his parents. And then after that, David and I got married. So to me, I didn't really see any of you as my friends.
What is up with that? I only wanted to marry Jeff for that bank that he was supposed to be making, but he turned out to have nothing?
Well, this all seems to have really been a huge misunderstanding on your part then, huh? Well, now that I've heard everything from you and fixed all the wrongs in your thinking, I'm going to stop talking with you. I hope you do okay with this new husband of yours.
Stop that! Wait, can you help me out here? We are both co-workers after all.
I don't think so. You are going to be fired in a couple of days, I think.
Fired?
Well, I told them that you told me you'd never be coming back, so... And even before that, you never told anyone that you were going on vacation and taking the time off. So you already seemed like you were on your way out.
You never told them that I was taking that week off?
I thought I told you that none of that had to do with me, and that you needed to do things like that on your own. Even if I did tell them, I doubt that would have been enough for them to let you off the hook. So with that, I'll be going. Things started off with both my husband and I asking to go to court against Beth after she started to harass us. There, we were able to get a small settlement agreed on for her to pay us. Along with that, the ex-wife of Jeff also got a settlement of $400,000, which they will now have to find a way to pay with what little money they have. Beth was also fired from the company we both worked at and was forced to go back to working at her previous job selling bathtubs at a department store. And since it isn't just her that has to pay a settlement to two different people, she will also have to help her new husband Jeff do the same. Of course, with him not having a job, he is still living back at his parents' place, and it seems he keeps asking for Beth to move in with him as well. Of course, his parents were hoping that he would bring his ex back with him to their house, but in return, they got the moneyless Beth instead. I guess their dreams of having a wealthy daughter-in-law have all been crushed, and I've heard that they are not going to be forgiving Jeff for this anytime soon. It even looks like they will soon be kicked out of the house and be forced to find a place on their own since they can't bring any money into the family. I suppose this is what Beth gets for trying to make it look like she was stealing my David. And even worse, she should have tried understanding the situation a bit more before making such bold and stupid moves. As for David and I, we are back to living under the same roof together. And David even got a bonus for going to Germany and helping out the new facility. I think we will finally take that honeymoon we have always been thinking of using that money on. And I wouldn't mind going on a trip to Bali or the Maldives soon. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.